open up. It is Advent season now, and this is the season where we eagerly anticipate the coming King. And so the first song we're going to sing this morning is a great old hymn by Charles Wesley. We heard an exhortation from his brother John last week about singing, and one of the cool things about the Wesley brothers was they came from the Anglican tradition, and at the time it was very stuffy and very orthodox, very traditional. But it was just like they didn't sense a lot of life in the church. They didn't sense that they're singing these great songs from Scripture, but there was no application. So like one of the things they did in their writing was challenge people, and in their preaching to say, hey, does this mean anything to you? Is this just words from history, or does this apply to you today? Is this part of your life? Is Jesus real? And so I'm going to ask you that this morning. Does this mean anything to you as you sing, as you worship this morning? So join us, stand with us, and let's sing of our coming King. Come thou long expected Jesus. God raised him up again, putting an end to the agony of death, since it was impossible for him to be held in its power. For David says of him, I saw the Lord always in my presence, for he is at my right hand, so that I will not be shaken. Yeah, therefore my heart was glad and my tongue exalted. Moreover, my flesh also will live in hope, because you will not abandon my soul to Hades, nor allow your Holy One to undergo decay. You have made known to me the ways of life. You will make me full of gladness with your presence.
Mercy in your eyes. proclaim glad tidings of righteousness in the great congregation. Behold, I will not restrain my lips, O Lord, you know. I have not hidden your righteousness within my heart. I have spoken of your faithfulness and your salvation. I have not concealed your loving kindness and your truth from the great congregation. You, O Lord, will not withhold your compassion from me. Your loving kindness and your truth will continually preserve me. For evils beyond number have surrounded me. My iniquities have overtaken me so that I am not able to see. They are more numerous than the hairs of my head, and my heart has failed me.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. Every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire and darkest night. You are close like no other. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. I have lived in the goodness of God all my life. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good. Every to sing another great old Christmas hymn, which our sermon today is drawn from. What Child Is This? And I'm going to read a little bit about this hymn. It was written by a fellow named William Dix, another Anglican, back in the later part of the 1800s. It's part of a poem that he wrote, and it was set to the music of Greensleeves, which is a much older song, goes back to the 1500s at least. William Dix was an Anglican layman. Born in Bristol, England, he settled in Glasgow, Scotland, where he became a successful insurance salesman. As a young man of 29, Dix was stricken by a serious illness and was confined to bed for some time. He suffered deep depression during this time. But through it all, he met God in a very personal way. His spiritual experience led to the composition of this hymn and many others. And the text was, again, part of a longer Christmas poem called The Manger Throne. So join us as we sing, What Child Is This?